Cool. Will
Cool.
you get that last one up again?
Yeah, thank you. That's great. I'll just write these up now.
And with your, I might mention this here actually, but with like apart from your interviews,
Oh yeah, my GVs.
like your GVs,
Yeah, I was about to say that.
slow mo you said here as well.
Yeah, so I've actually been speaking a lot with their social media team leader, Sarah. She sent me over, obviously, because most of the remembrance events and the Christmas ones, obviously later in the year, I can't film those. So has actually sent me over the GVs that they have, and she sent me over some of she said, oh, you can credit in the little bottom corner. This is who it's filmed by. Then she sent me over those, so I actually need to go look through and look at those. Of all the events and stuff. But I thought with the parade walk, I feel like it'd be nicer for it to be in slow mo, because then you can see the children's faces and how they're feeling in that moment.
Yeah, and even if you were to have the parade walk as being one of the main features of your social action, if you sort of going back to, and you can when they do a parade walk, is there people around them watching?
You know the big one in London?
Yeah.
The one that's put on TV?
Oh, it's
that one.
Oh wow.
The one where all the veterans walking it, that one.
Yeah.
They're walking that.
Oh, that'd be really
The
nice.
really big one, yeah.
Yeah, and does their social media team go there as well to do it?
I think so. They're currently, Sarah would say they're kind of not budgeted to do a lot of social media at the moment, which is fine. But yeah, I think so. They've got loads of camera, footage of it, so I'm guessing so.
And you'll be filming that, the parade walk? Is that what you, or is
She sent me over GVs from it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Because it's obviously in November. I can't be
Yeah. So what other GVs will you go and get?
I've got, because I'm going to be in it, I've got stuff that my dad had, some of his medals, I don't know, photos that I've got from him. I'm going to, in Nikki's part, I was going to put photos of her, GVs of her and Kai. Actually not her and Kai, because Kai's got special needs. I don't think he doesn't like to be on camera a lot. But I was going to get photos of that as a family. I've got photos of that and stuff that I've got military wise in my house. And I also went to the plot that my dad has, and I filmed a few of those when my mum was tidying up in Easter.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice. I think having those personal stories in there is what makes it special.
Because when I was thinking about the other person that I went to meet, I kind of thought maybe more of a younger person. Because we spoke about it, and I was actually, a younger member would probably be nicer.
Yeah, because I mean, if you were to watch something and it was like Nikki, when you interview her and she tells you about, did you say it's Lee?
Yeah.
Lee, when she tells you about Lee and stuff that's going to be sad. But then if it was a younger person explaining about that, would make me cry, if you know what I mean.
Because some of the children that are involved are babies, very small children. So
and can people donate money to it?
Yeah.
So I suppose there's two halves of your audience where you've got the people that can donate money, that could be anybody, but then your audience is people that have lost a parent and you want to get them to use the charity.
I did start making a storyboard, but I didn't finish it.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You'll have it done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I think there is that. So this is incredible, by the way, really incredible. And just hats off for you for embracing it as well, because it must be, it must be different. So great to celebrate it. I think when it comes down to your target audience, your research is showing research into two different target audiences. So you saying it's Gen Z, and you proved that it's Gen Z, but then you're also basing some of your decisions on the wives of.
It's
So
very
it,
difficult.
just try and decide who it is, and just because both bits of research are solid, and whether it is that kind of your primary is the kids, but in order to get the kids, you're going to put this onto areas that their mothers will see it, and then they'll want to share it, kind of thing. Just think of,
Yeah.
or just really just kind of specify that. I guess my first question would be, what do you want people to feel by the end of the video? What emotion do you want them to feel?
Not emotional, because it's not something that should be like sympathise. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you don't want to feel like ridiculously bad for these people
Yeah.
who've lost someone, but like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
Hopeful.
yeah, like
Yeah?
that these children can get the support that they need.
Yes, yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Not
Okay.
sad for them, but hopeful that they can get the support and that they need to be like everyone else, be like all their peers in school and stuff.
So, write that word down somewhere, and when you're editing it and when you're writing your script, just think about, how am I going to make this like this? And it doesn't mean to say that we can't go into kind of those atrocious spaces, you know. We can kind of bring people down, show them the reality, and then kind of show them the additional reality of actually there is that support system there as well.
Yeah.
So just think about your storytelling within this. So that we can actually take people on a bit of an emotional journey, and that will kind of bring them in together. So I think the other thing as well about this piece is you use the line, the worst piece about being bereaved is being alone. I think that is a really, really strong manifesto. You know, I always go on about this girl can. That this is your backbone, okay? This is what you're promising people. You're promising them that there is somebody there, and if you can get this message across within this piece, then it is, you know, it's brilliant. There's your research is robust. There's some really lovely stuff in there. I think when it comes to footage, because we're going to use some archive footage or some existing footage, I'd suggest also using photographs as well.
Yeah, that's what.
So we can kind of see those, you know, those emotional moments.
Probably
But I'd also, as you're not going to have the opportunity to film as much of stuff,
Yeah.
maybe think about crafting some images beautifully. So if you have got the, you know, you've got the medals, think about lighting them,
Yeah.
spending the time to just make them look the most amazing things possible. And then you can shoot them from 7 or 8 angles and stuff, and then you'll have the footage that you need to kind of flesh it out a little bit.
Because the problem I had was I found they don't have an office anymore. So I was originally going to go into the office and, you know, film in there.
Yeah.
But then she didn't know that they all actually work remotely. Like, and they don't just work, they're not all from one area. So like Nikki's from Kings Lynn, there's people from like
Right. Okay.
all over like Norfolk and stuff. So it'd be kind of difficult to film in like a office or like a home or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So I've kind of had to work around that.
No, that's fine. And I think if anything, we'd want to be kind of seeing some of the benefits that they did. So whether they were, because a lot of this stuff, the support that they offer isn't visual, is it?
No.
You know, it's not like, you know, you can go out and film people doing stuff. But if we can kind of see people within their normal settings, so if you're interviewing yourself,
Yeah.
give us a taste of what your life is like. Show us you going to the beach, or you know what life is like to you.
In my house, in my living room, we have a frame with like some of my dad's like other medals and stuff, and then like a photo that I was going to
Yeah.
do it in front of in my
Right.
living room that I thought would be kind of nice.
Yeah. No, that's nice. But we also want to kind of get an idea of you
Yeah.
as a person as well. So think about, you know, whether we see you doing some cooking, or we see you, we've got a dog, you know, a cat, taking a cat for a walk, wouldn't we?
I could borrow a family member's dog.
Yeah, you could. You can cheat
Yeah.
it, definitely. You know, and when you come to do your interviews as well, do your interviews, but then maybe see if you can pull people out and get them just doing normal stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, it gives us that impression that you know this could happen to anyone. You know, so your demographic watching it will start to emphasise as well. I guess the only other thing I was going to say is when you come to do your interview, I would suggest not doing it in front of the banner.
Okay.
Okay. There's a couple of reasons for this. I won't go into them too deeply, but one thing is if you've got that kind of reminder in your brain as a viewer, you feel like you're being sold to a little bit,
Okay.
so you don't get as emotionally involved with it.
So
Whereas
more
if they are,
like natural.
yeah,
environment.
exactly. Put them in a natural environment.
Okay.
Put them in a park, or if you have got the access and they're happy to do it in your house, in their house, you know, low depth of field like this one, you know, both of your examples here, you know, we've got stuff in the background, we don't really see what it is, but it looks like they're at home. So just think about it. We can put pictures of the banner in as GVs, as you know, all of that. We can put it at the end, but I think just having somebody in front of it all the time, it feels a little bit like a lecture. So just think about that. But no, there's some really nice stuff, and you feel that colours. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Just one more thing. Where you mentioned like the idea that you can have an interview with Nikki, showing yourself, and then also highlighting the smile, stride, and support
Yeah.
bits. Those, I'll call them the 3 S's. They are almost like could be their own video each, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if it's maybe just going to be too much.
Just like kind of generalize, not
Yeah.
generalize it, but summarize them
Yeah,
in one.
almost. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like what Daniel was saying, like with the personal stories, and just seeing like your experience of growing up without your dad, how much it meant to your family, and how Scotty's has just not transformed your life, but just given you that ability to be a normal child and feel like a normal child, and then we can see you being that as well, which would be really good, I think.
Yeah, and I think.
I'm gonna cry.
I actually stopped a few minutes ago. It's been an emotional few months. Think about what you can film and what you've got access to with your GBs, and then base your questions around that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to
Yeah.
look through
So
mine
kind of
and
work
finish.
backwards a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. But okay. Brilliant. Really, no, nice one. Okay. Yeah.